One of the difficult things to do with remote sensing is get at those cryptic disturbances, get at things like selective logging and poaching within the forest, which you can't see from above. One of the limiting factors for management of protected areas is sort of manpower and resources available. It's often very costly to patrol protected areas, so one of the things that we're trying to use the sensors for is to look at where in a reserve does hunting occur. Are there hotspots probably linked to road access and access into the reserve that we can really focus on in terms of conservation, in terms of protection and trying to prevent hunting. Other areas of the reserve might be too remote for hunters to get to, but that might change over time, so having a good network of sensors across an area really gives us valuable information in terms of monitoring hunting levels across the landscape. There's still a challenge of actually sort of putting them out and working where to put them to maximise their potential.
Here at the University of Southampton, in collaboration with Oxford, we developed a method for optimal deployment of sensors in hilly terrain to minimize the probability of missing a target sound within a monitoring area. We applied it to a protected forest reserve covering 25 square kilometers in Belize, where we want to monitor for poaching with guns. First, we simulated a grid of even, dense gunshots over the entire area of the reserve using a GIS tool that models the expected patterns of gunshot propagation based on environmental variables and the characteristics of gunshot sounds. This gave us a soundscape of possible gunshots. We then calibrated the soundscape with audio recordings of gunshots at different distances from sensors. This allowed us to convert the soundscape into a landscape of detection probability. With this landscape and using a Bayesian optimization algorithm, we identified the optimal locations for acoustic loggers, and this gave us twice the detection capability of a square grid with the same number of devices.
With the shortage of resources to patrol these reserves, we hope this method will allow cost-effective deployments, bringing rangers on the ground one step closer to automated monitoring.